We now have live photos and renders along with an official teaser of the Huawei Mate 30 Pro, and I'll be sharing all the details right after this. If you're new here and want to stay up to date with the latest tech, please hit subscribe followed by the bell. So Huawei confirmed they're going to be launching the Mate 30 series tomorrow in Munich, and we now have live photos, leaked renders of all color options, an official teaser from Huawei, and finally the full leaked spec sheet. First up, Evan Blass has shared with us renders of both the Mate 30 and the Mate 30 Pro in all the color options available. We've got the Mate 30s on the left with the Mate 30 Pros on the right, and we get them in space silver, cosmic purple, black and emerald green. As well as these renders, he provided us with single renders of the Mate 30, the Mate 30 Pro, and even the Mate 30 RS Porsche design, which looks incredible. Interestingly enough, the Mate 30 RS Porsche design is completely different to the Mate 30 Pro, but still packs the same quad camera setup. Ice Universe has also tweeted some actual hands-on photos of the Mate 30 Pro. First of all, we get a nice shot of the front display showing us the new volume slider in use. We've got fairly thin bezels all round, and the notch is nice and narrow considering it is housing 3 cameras. Next we get the rear of the device showing us the quad camera setup in the circular housing. We also have the flash and color temperature sensor to the left hand side, and this of course is the cosmic purple variant. Next up, we've got another front-facing shot showing us the boot image, and finally we get another shot of the rear from a slightly different angle. Huawei themselves have already taken to Weibo to post a video of their latest teaser. The teaser shows 2 table tennis players playing on the side of the table instead of the top, and this is of course hinting at the new waterfall display and side controls to be used on it. Unfortunately, there's no images of the phone whatsoever in these teasers. We also had a leaked spec sheet for the Mate 30 Pro, and its specs are as follows. When it comes to the display, we're getting a 6.8-inch AMOLED display with a Full HD Plus resolution of 1176 by 2400. It's a waterfall display, meaning it's very curved on both sides, but we still don't know if this is going to be 90 or 60 Hz. We've got an optical in-display fingerprint scanner, and we get a short but narrow notch on the front of the display, which will house 3 cameras. The main camera is a 32 megapixel camera, and it's paired with a time of flight sensor and an ultra-wide camera, but the megapixel of that is still unknown. It's going to be using Huawei Face ID 2 as its biometric recognition, and that will provide a faster and more secure unlock. When it comes to the rear cameras, we get 4 cameras in the circular housing. The main camera is the 40 megapixel IMX600, which is an RYYB camera with an aperture of f1.6 and optical image stabilization. We also get a 40 megapixel wide cine camera, an 8 megapixel telephoto with 3x zoom, optical image stabilization and an aperture of f2.4, and finally we get the time of flight depth sensor. To the left of the camera housing, there's a xenon flash and a color temperature sensor as well. The device is of course going to be powered up by the latest Kirin 990 system on chip, and that's manufactured using 7nm extreme ultraviolet lithography. We get 8 gigs of RAM with 512 gigs internal storage, and it also has support for nano SD in the SIM card tray. It's powered by a 4500 mAh battery that supports 40 watt wired charging and 27 watt wireless. It will of course be using USB-C, and we get the under display earpiece along with the bottom firing mono speaker. We get a power button on the right hand side, but the volume is actually going to be a touch slider just above that instead of a physical button. It's also going to have an IR blaster on the top and be IP68 water resistant. When it comes to the software, it will be running Android 10 in the form of EMUI 10, but this is actually going to be without Google services. It's going to be interesting to see if this puts people off from purchasing the device, but there are plenty of alternative app stores, and as we've seen with many Chinese ROMs, people have created easy APK installers for Google services. When it comes to the pricing, not much has been revealed as of yet, but the Mate 20 Pro launched at £899, which is $1,150, so we can expect it to be slightly higher than this. All in all, it's looking to be another great device from Huawei. It wouldn't surprise me if the Mate 30 Pro takes the top spot on DxOMark either, considering Huawei normally manage this. We've had confirmation of a Mate 30 Lite as it's already been certified on Tenor. We of course get the standard Mate 30, the Mate 30 Pro, the Mate 30 RS Porsche design, and we're hoping for a Mate 30X, but we still haven't had any information on this yet. The Mate 30 series is of course launching tomorrow in Munich, so it's not long until we get all of the details we need, but as always I'd like to know your thoughts in the comments. Who out there is waiting to buy a Mate 30 and which model and colour are you going for? But thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, smash a thumbs up. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down twice, and I'll see you guys in the next one.